About set for baseball now on the show as you get a look at Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Today, it's the home opener for 2017 between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Yankees. Folks around here in high spirits. Matt Vasgersian with you on a day that's been circled on their calendars since about midwinter. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Well, you know, I always think pitching and defense are keys to success in the long run. As we take a look at their arms, I see a lot of reason for optimism. A lot can happen over the course of the season, but if these guys stay healthy and pitch to their abilities, they should be in pretty good shape.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 New York Yankees.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who'll get the starting assignment here in this home opener. Time now for a look at the Rays starting nine. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, Evan Longoria has been tearing it up lately. He had over 90 RBIs last year. What a great season, but I think he could do even better. His goal this year, I think it's got to be 100 runs batted in. He's that kind of a hitter.
Michael Pineda gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What's your take on him, H?
This guy struck out over 200 batters last year, and the one thing I like is when he gets two strikes on a guy, how he approaches them. I want to see if I can learn something watching this guy pitch today. Very excited to see him get somebody in the 2-count strike and watch him put them away. All right, here's how the Yanks line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking down there at Jacoby Ellsbury. When he first broke into the big leagues, he could go get everything. Now, the arm has deteriorated a little bit over the years, but he can still go catch a ball every now and then.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. It was an 0 for 4 day for him in yesterday's loss. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Game time temperature just a tick under 50 this afternoon, 49 degrees here at first pitch. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Slider stayed too low, ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone to open up the ball game.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
In now, Brad Miller. Chopped weakly to the left. And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late.
Well, there's a one-out infield single, and you know what? You can start a lot of rallies with one out. He was hustling down the line. If you're pitching, you think, golly, that was so unlucky.
Stepping into the box, Corey Dickerson comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Hit hard down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Well, I think he's trying to get that two-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Into the box now, Evan Longoria, as he sends it on the ground to first. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Another hit in the inning, the second runner on base. Now, look, you have to get to this guy early before he settles in and executes all his pitches. This could be the main inning of the game right here.
Standing in now, Steven Souza. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
Well, this is one of those big opportunities you look back and say, did we learn anything? Now, yesterday, runners in scoring position in big situations, I couldn't drive them in. Now you got a chance to show you learned something and drive a run in here.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Rays strand a pair. Tampa Bay nothing. Yankees coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. What do you think they need to do to keep this winning streak rolling, Harold?
Matt, this is a scary lineup. They've got power and they have speed. They score runs in all different ways. They hit the ball in the ballpark, and they score on balls in the gap when you have a runner at first base. That's what speed, power combination can do. This is a very tough lineup.
Jake Odorizzi, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, he's going to have his rough outings from time to time. ERA last year just a little under 4. But the thing about it is he's going to take the ball. Give me the ball. I'm going to take my knocks, but I'm going to keep you in the game, and that's what I'm looking for him to do in this ball game. Keep him in the game, give him a chance to win. Well, let's take a look at the Rays defense, brought to you by Majestic. And behind the plate is Derek Norris. This guy frames the ball pretty good, and the one thing he does, he gets up close to the plate. Now, that's why he gets hit on a lot of backswings, but because of his ability to be up close, allows him to frame and give that umpire a really good look. He can throw, too.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez. Can't connect there. It's 2-2. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, I like Jerry Hillsdale, and so do the hitters and the pitchers. We won't see a whole lot of arguing with his strike zone. He's one of the better guys in the league. Really consistent.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Morrison will take this over to first, and with that ends the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Striding into the box, Logan Morrison. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat to the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
In now, Tim Beckham. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Into the box, Derek Norris. And there's ball 2 now. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, Harold. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
They're having fun right now. When you put together a 6-game win streak, everybody starts getting interested in coming to the park early. Do I have extra work to do? Because you're looking at 1 week of great baseball. And you die for those streaks. They just don't happen that often in a season.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box now, Daniel Robertson. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Tampa. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. And Holiday standing in now, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing. So that's ball 4.
Batting 5th, center fielder.
Oh, man, that check swing was about as close as they get. Tough call for the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Previous meetings with Jake Odorizzi, he's got 8 hits in 32 at-bats. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Nobody out, runner on first. And here's a ball hit in the air. Dives, and he hangs on for the out. Wow.
Batting 6th, second baseman, Starlin.
Here's Starlin Castro. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. Holiday is on his way home. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Stepping in now, Chase Headley. And it misses. 3-1 now. And Harold, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, it was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
Well, we're looking at a ball club that really needs some leadership. They need one person to kind of step up, take his game to another level. They were shut out yesterday. They've been struggling lately. Just nothing flowing. Maybe a big hit, a big home run will ignite them and get things turned around. Oh, he saw that changeup really nice. He just wasn't able to keep it fair.
Liner toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. In to score, the runner from third. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game.
I love that hit right there. 2 runs driven in early in the game. That always lets every pitcher relax and now be aggressive. Let's see if these runs help their pitcher when he gets back on the mound.
In now, Aaron Judge. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
He just missed on that changeup. I like that pitch right there. You got 2 strikes on him. Throw that changeup and see if he chases it. That time he laid off, but hey, good idea.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Standing in now, Didi Gregorius. Line towards center field. Kiermaier is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. More from Yankee Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show as we're set to go here in the 3rd from the Bronx. Matt Vasgersian back with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac as Kevin Kiermaier settles in to start the inning. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here's another 1-2. Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Another 1-2 delivery. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Ready on 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Gardner will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 1. Still early in the season, of course, but we'll give you a look nonetheless at our standings to this point in April. Digging in for his second at bat, Brad Miller. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch down the first baseline. That's through for a base hit. He's now 2 for 2 in this one.
He just scorched that ball off the wall, and now the question will be, should he have continued on or not? He thought about pushing it, I'm sure, but decided to play it safe. It would have been close, but I think this time he's probably right in staying at first.
Into the box now, Corey Dickerson. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time, and he's safe. Riding in once again, Evan Longoria. A base hit in his first trip. Here it comes on 1-1. Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here. A 3-run homer for Evan Longoria. Second home run early in the year, and that pushes the Rays out on top here, 3-2.
Well, that pitch was up in the zone. Sometimes on a pitch like that, all you've got to do is just touch it. You can see he got the barrel up there, and because the height of the pitch, the ball's trajectory is going to carry out of the ballpark.
Stepping in now, Steven Souza. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was heading to count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again and to challenge with his hard stuff.
Into the box, Logan Morrison. Takes a knee-high fastball. 3 runs already home here. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Throw in time, and the side is retired. One more look at the big blow for the Rays. A 3-run home run. We played 2.5. It's now 3-2 Tampa. Ready for another chance? Brett Gardner. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Well, that's the 6th game he's hit in. He's swinging the bat pretty good now. That's a 6-game streak. You got to start somewhere. Pay attention, people. It's getting hot.
Digging in to try it again, Gary Sanchez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the 1-2 delivery. He's running towards second. Pitch inside, the throw, and it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. Into the second deck and gone. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. Fourth home run here in the early going as they take the lead 4-3.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
In now, Greg Bird. Line drive to center field, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Well, Matt, this looks like it's going to be some kind of offense. That's the 9th hit between the two teams with that single right there. Man, are we watching an offensive outburst in just 3 innings so far.
Into the box now, Matt Holliday. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Dickerson going back, and this one is gone. A home run. So a 2-run shot for Matt Holliday, number 298 in his career, and it's now 6-3. Stepping in now, Jacoby Ellsbury. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw on to first, and they're finally able to get on the board here. There's one away. And with one away, time for a check of the standings as you see where the Rays stand in the American League East. Here's Starlin Castro. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Way out in front as this is yanked foul into the seats in left. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And another foul ball.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Drilled to the right side. Miller with a great stop. Hats off to that one.
The batter.
Big league play in the hole right there, and that's a pretty good example of why getting hits at this level is so difficult. You know he was running down the line thinking, for real? You got to be kidding me.
Now to the plate, Chase Headley, coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. And the pitch on 2-1. Hit toward the right side. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. 3 innings complete. It's the Yankees 6 and the Rays 3. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tim Beckham reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Standing in now, Derek Norris. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Ellsbury is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the designated hitter, Daniel Robertson.
Digging in now, Daniel Robertson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Bird is there, and the side is retired. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Yankees 6 and the Rays 3. Stepping up to the plate, Aaron Judge comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the pitch. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the 2nd time today, he's gone on strikes.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
6 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Pulled toward right center field. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Here's Brett Gardner now. A hit in 2 tries so far. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit in the air out to center field. Kiermaier's got a read on it. 2 down.
Now batting, catcher Gary Sanchez.
Digging in and looking for more, Gary Sanchez. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Odorizzi comes set. Here's the 1-1. High pop-up. And Beckham will tuck this one away, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here it comes on 1-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. And the pitch. Easy there, big fella. 2-2.
Well, that changeup right there sets up a lot of things. Now the count's 2-2. He can come back in with a fastball, and it's going to look like it's moving a little bit better. Or he can go back to that changeup.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And this is taken in there by Ellsbury for the first out.
The batter, number 13, second baseman Brad Miller.
Digging in once again, Brad Miller. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Now he lifts a high pop up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Bird is over and he tucks it away for the second out.
Up next for Tampa Bay, left fielder Corey Dickerson.
Ready for another shot now. Corey Dickerson. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2. Here it comes. Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down and the inning continues. So the 2-out hit extends the inning for Evan Longoria next.
Well, this ball's hit off the wall. He hit it awfully hard. Now, I thought it was a good move to stop because a lot of times you go, oh, he's dogging it. Looked like he was going pretty good, but I think they were going to throw him out. Good read to get back to first.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Evan Longoria. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Pause. Now the pitch. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Rays strand just the one. Can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. Austin Pruitt is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out.
Pruitt.
The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Now batting, designated hitter. Matt.
So the leadoff man is gone here, and that'll bring up the former batting champ Matt Holliday. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Line to the right side. And Ellsbury's aboard with a base hit.
He really worked hard on this at bat to get to a count where he can get something to hit. Gets some 3-2, gets a fastball. Boom, base hit.
Starlin Castro.
Into the box, Starlin Castro. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing. 2 out with the man at first. And Ellsbury's running. Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Souza is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. The Yanks leave one. They still lead it 6-3. Shot now, Steven Souza. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. Trying to strike him out for the third time. Lifted in the air out towards left center. After it is Ellsbury. And that's the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 7, Logan Morrison.
Ready once again, Logan Morrison. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. One out, nobody on. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Ready with another 2-2. Here's a high pop-up. Bird is there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
The batter, shortstop, Tim Beckham.
Digging in to try it again, Tim Beckham. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit hard but foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Now that was a good pitch to lay off. When it starts on the outside half of the plate, that slider right there, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Derek Norris would be next. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So Derek Norris hits this inning after the 2-out success.
Well, that's not how you write it up. You swing the pitch out of the zone,
Derek
usually pop it up or hit a ground ball. But this time, he got the base hit.
In now, Derek Norris. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
When your team is behind this late in the game, it's not a good look for you as a hitter to show no discipline and wave at a pitch that wasn't even sniffing the zone.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
He'll try again, 1-2. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Chase Headley will be the one to start us off when we return. It's the Yankees 6 and the Rays 3. Danny Farquhar enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 43, Danny Farquhar.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chase Headley. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Kiermaier racing back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. Around second now and headed for third. And he will make it back to second and be content with holding on there.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in the game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. Now here's the check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing. So that's ball 4.
Now batting, shortstop.
He almost got him to commit there. As we take another look at it in slow motion, he comes awfully close to breaking that plane, but he was able to hold back. Strong wrist, and he gets a trip to first because of it.
Into the box now. Didi Gregorius pulled high in the air out to right field. Souza is under it. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. The relay throw won't get him.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
Ready for another chance? Brett Gardner. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Now a cutter down around his shoe tops as he hops out of the way.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And he takes a good swing at that one as this is sent down the line in right, but ultimately into the crowd, a foul ball. Here's the pitch on 2-2. On the ground to the right side. Morrison is there. There's one. On to Morrison at first, but it's not in time, and they'll have to settle for 1.
Looked like that might be an inning-ending double play off the bat. But that was some great hustle to beat the throw at first. Keeps the inning alive, and more importantly, he gets an RBI because of it.
Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez. Lifted in the air to center field. Kiermaier's got a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. It's the Yankees 7 and the Rays 3. Back here in the Bronx. Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Tommy Lane will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Tommy Lane.
Digging in once again, Daniel Robertson. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And this is fouled back and out of play. Here's the 1-2 delivery. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Weak grounder back to the mound. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Standing in now, Kevin Kiermaier. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Brad Miller.
Striding in once again, Brad Miller. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. 2 out, nobody on. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Line drive to left. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. And that means that Corey Dickerson will bat with 2 out.
Matt, that's his 3rd hit of the night, his 3rd single. I'm sure he'd like to have a double or something mixed in, but for now, he'll take the 3 for 4.
Digging in and looking for more, Corey Dickerson. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
One and one. Here it comes. And the slider just stayed north of the strike zone that time.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the 2nd one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a 3rd one. 3 in a row.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
In is the 3rd baseman, Evan Longoria. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Jonathan Holder will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th.
Jonathan Holder.
And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. full count. Here it comes. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Ellsbury's after it. And that retires the side. Rays strand a pair. They're down 4. It's 7-3. Tommy Hunter gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Tommy Hunter.
Digging in, Greg Bird. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Late swing and a ball line fouled into the seats past the third base dugout.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Into the box, Matt Holliday. 1-1 pitch is a curveball just off the black. 2-1 now. There's prior history in this matchup. 0 for 4. And here's a ball hit in the air. Miller ranging into shallow right, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Well, he got jammed on that one right there, and he's just strong enough to muscle it into right field for the base hit. It's going to be a line drive tomorrow in the paper.
Ellsbury.
Action in the Rays' pen now as they've got a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. In now, Jacoby Ellsbury. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Souza ranging back. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Second baseman. Starlin
Settling in now,
Castro.
Starlin Castro. He flew out in his last at bat. A runner on first with 2 away. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit. Coming to the plate now, Chase Headley. In his career versus this pitcher, he's gone 2 for 6. Ready with the 3-1. Lifted the other way to left center. On the move is Kiermaier. And that's the third out. Yanks strand a pair. They hang on to a 7-3 lead. Standing in, Steven Souza. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Now here it comes. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. There's a swing and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gardner ranging back. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning. 8th inning from Yankee Stadium. Yankees on top in this one at home as you get a look at the line score. Stepping in, Logan Morrison. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Bases are empty. 1 man out. lifted into the air out towards center field. Ellsbury is under it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Up next for Tampa Bay, shortstop Tim Beckham.
Into the box now, Tim Beckham. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hopped up. Bird is there for it. And the inning is over. Down in order go the Rays. Deficit holds at 4. It's 7-3. Xavier Cedeno will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Xavier Cedeno.
Here's big Aaron Judge, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Ready with the 1-1. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it.
Well, Matt, he's already got 2 strikeouts. He's really struggling. Right there tells us how bad. You got 2 strikeouts. You go up there and you swing the ball out of the zone. He's not seeing anything right now.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball left side. Beckham gloves it. And Beckham's throw is in time at first. 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop Didi Gregorius.
Here's Didi Gregorius. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit on the ground to short. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Now to the plate, Brett Gardner. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Two-one home now to Gardner. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. And the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. We've played 8 full. The Yankees lead this one 7-3. The catcher Derek Norris is in. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Ellsbury going back, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The batter, the designated hitter, Daniel Robertson.
Digging in, Daniel Robertson. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Ripped down the first base line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Swinging a soft liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Well, he just stayed with that and just kind of flipped it out there. Nasty pitch, but he stayed on it and got just enough to get the hit.
Kiermaier.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Into the box now, Kevin Kiermaier. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone. So he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
At the plate, Brad Miller. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb. But, hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Jason Schreier answers the call from dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one.
Jason Schreier.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
That's some good hitting right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
Ready with the 2-2. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Set to deal on 2-2. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Now another 2-2. And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Another try at 2-2. On pitch number 10 is the one that finally does it as he strikes out after a long battle here.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Standing in now, Corey Dickerson. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one.
Great pitch right there on 0-2. Purpose pitch, right? Running that ball in off the plate. Now that opens up that whole strike zone, and you're not quite as comfortable as a hitter.
A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And this is fouled back and out of play. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 2 down, runners at first and second. Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Oh, right there. Sometimes you can just miss a ball. Doesn't mean you have to swing and miss, but that ball's right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't square it up the way he'd like to. He missed it.
The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Wow, what a week for these guys. Talk about firing on all cylinders. Winners of an amazing 7 games in a row. They say to never question the streak, and these guys aren't. They're just enjoying this ride.
And this afternoon's game ends 7-3. Michael Pineda takes the win on the mound, his second of the year. Jake Odorizzi struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees. 7 runs, 11 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Rays, 3 runs.